another route relation that doesn't claim to be public transport version 2, but we're going to convert it. So we save it, we select it, and it gets highlighted by Assistant plugin, so you can switch this later on and off. This is one end of this route. Way up there in the north is the other end. Okay, so this one is missed. Let's see here. It's using definitely shouldn't be in the route relation. This part neither. What we do see here is that these are all one-way streets. So do, and seem very odd, I'm sure of it, is to select the route relation and then use a find, a search expression. I'm going to show you what that did. It finds all the roundabouts that are not closed ways, so all the split roundabouts and all the one-way yes streets of the that are a child of the selected. So I selected the route relation. So all the ways that are one ways are now highlighted here and selected there. So I can easily remove them there. That is probably a very odd thing to do, but you will see why I can afford to do so soon. Are still good. So what I'm also going to do is add this and this way back in. So I have an idea where the route is supposed to pass. Also here. Because there are not many stops mapped on that stretch. So to make sure that I'm using the correct. Okay, so now that that's done, if there are stops, then there is more guidance, so to say. Okay, so now that I have done that, we have all the stops there. Let's see what this first way is. Is that all the way up? Yeah, that's all the way up north here. Let's sort from there down. Then those are already continuous. Let's see where we end up then. That's good. Yeah. Then we have I'm already going to duplicate this route relation. So now I have the relation for the other direction there. In this one, I don't want this way. In that one, I don't want that way. Okay, save. So here we're traveling south. So in this one, I don't want this way. In this one, I don't want that way. Same here. In this one, that one has to go. In this one, that one has to go. And then apparently we're already at the end. So this is in both. And that end last way there too. Okay, so this, we're putting it on the side. This, let's see how far we got. What is important for the routing helper that I'm going to start soon is that the ways here are in the proper order. So I can remove it from down there and add it on this, in this spot. Then sort from, go and look a bit further. here. Now we want this way. So it's down there, but I can simply remove it and add it here. This one is same. So it's all the way down there. I simply want to remove it and add it in here. And then we have this one. Remove it, edit, sort. What is this? That's one we don't need. What is the other one that we don't need? Not in that one either. Okay. Okay. What is this? And it's this last part here. Yeah. Okay. So now we have all the ways in the proper order. So now we're going to start the routing helper, which is going to download some data. Normally a dialog appears to ask what data we want to download. Oops. Sorry. Okay. So it did this northern, and then here it proposed something odd. That is really strange. So I'm going to tell it that I want, this is turn by turn. What I want is that it just turns off here, but apparently this way is not split. So I'm going to do P to split it. But now I don't want this proposal. So I do 9 to remove the current edge. So it goes back to remove here. And now it proposes to re-add that part. That's good. That's what we want. And then to go to the left here. So let's do that. 1. Okay. And then it can close that gap 1 again. Okay. Now we want to up enter. And we need to serve that stop. So we take option 2 there. And then I guess option 1. Yep. Option 1. Then it proposes to go up to here. That's looking good. And we don't want to go there to the left. To continue south, so 1. We want to be here, so 1 again. And 1 again. 1. And then we close that gap as well. And then we are here. We want to pass here. That's the reason why some of these ways. Take option 2. Option 1 closes that gap. At several ways at once. Option 1 again here. So either we turn back here or we take that straight. And then if we do it here, I don't know why it stopped here. And this is one single way. So 1. Okay, and then 1 again. Now we need to serve that stop. So 1 again. And 1 again. And 1. And 1. And we can close that gap. And then here to close that gap. And then we're done. I guess this should also be added to the route relation. And then I also suppose that this is a stop that needs to be served. So I'm going to save this and I'm going to add the stop position. There is already a stop position, but I can click that and then that way is split. Okay, so now we have some stops. So we're going back all the way up. Here, I suppose that this stop would be served. Otherwise, it wouldn't make a lot of sense. Again, I add the stop position, I re-add it, but then the way there is split. So now we're going to check this stop here is on the opposite side of the street, so I can easily delete it. That one too goes. That one too. For the other direction, there is a trick. Then we need to do it manually. That one stays. That one goes. That one goes. That one goes. And then very few stops on that stretch. I think this one should be added for this direction. There you go. Remove the stops that are not applicable for this direction. I can use the sorter functionality here. What is this? Oh, that's strange. Okay, so that goes and was replaced by this one here. So I hope that's correct. Otherwise, somebody local needs to correct that. Okay, but now we see that we have all the stops here, and if we go and have a look at them, then we see that they're also nicely in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that is this side. What I'm going to do now is select all these that are in the middle, go to this route relation, and I know that those are applying for the southern direction, so I can remove them from the northern direction. What I need to do now, I'm going to move this one up, and then I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to say, close this. Now, with that stop selected, oh, it's 159, so it must be that one. It has to be the first position, and the roll is empty. So that's a trick to easily open the correct route relation again. Okay, that's why I put it in position 1. I don't care about the roll at this point because it's going to be applied automatically when I order the stops. But we're not there yet. And this is still in the opposite order, so we need to flip all these ways. And then we're going to have a look here. In that too, but first I need to go here. This is then this block can go. I can use this functionality, the map mode, to select all these ways in one go, and I can easily remove them. Okay, so this is the first way. That's important that we have that one. And then we're going to have a look this way. It's up down here, but I'm going to remove it, add it again, and sort. Then we're already here. Oh, what is that? I'm going to remove that one. Okay, so save. And here should be our third way. And select it here. This one here is on okay already. This one. Let's flip that. And then this one. Let's remove these two there. Okay, so now I'm going to start the routing helper functionality. It saved the relation automatic. And now it's going to propose some. I'm going to cancel this. I don't know why it's updating those objects, but don't need that. Now in what direction to start. So we tell it by selecting number 2 that we want to go there to the east. Then we want to go further east, and we close the first gap. Then here, for some reason, it could go back, but that would be strange. The gap is not entirely closed yet. Okay, so here we want to go north. Here we want to go to the west, and then north, further north, and further north. Number 2. It does have some solutions based on other route relations. Let's see. Then it can add many ways in one go. So do 1. And let's see what it has here. Gap. So 1. Also based on other route relations, and it closes its gap completely. So 1. Bus routes tend to do as other bus routes, so it makes sense to go and look in these other route relations for solutions. There you go. The whole route is mapped, and now all we need to do is sort the stops, and that's it. Doesn't get much easier than that, I think. That one can go up. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. See you.